Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you guys what books I will be reading for October. I'm really excited for all these books since they are all spooky fantasy books, and they also are books I'll be reading for Night Marathon at the end of this month. That's an event that usually happens here on YouTube, but for some reason a lot of booktubers aren't going to do it this year, and I'm not really sure why. I asked someone and they kind of I asked one of the booktubers and they kind of clammed up about it, so I'm not sure why. So, it's only happening in an event in my online book club, We Be Booking, the end of October, called Night Marathon. So you just read book. It's the thriller horror readathon that usually happens on YouTube, but nobody's doing it this year on YouTube, which is a little disappointing. But anyways, I'll show you guys what books I'll be reading in October and what ones I'll be reading for Night Marathon. So the first book for October, Treacherous Intent by Camy Tang. This is about a private investigator who thinks her California women's shelter is a safe haven until a tracer comes, and when he helps her search for a missing woman, the private investigator gets caught in a deadly drug gang with this tracer. So this is a really interesting read, and I hope I will like it. My second book for October will be Night Tales, Night Shields, and Night Moves in one book by Nora Roberts. I'm really looking forward to reading this because I've never read this series by Nora before, but it looks really interesting about a man and a woman who are in danger of passion and mystery between dawn and dusk of each day. So I hope it's a good read. My next book for October will be House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. I received this in a blind date with a book event last year in my online book club, We Be Booking, by Elizabeth Guy. So I was going to read it last year, but then I was like, no, I'm going to save it for October for Spookathon or Night Marathon or whatever. So I'm really anxious to read this one because I've never read a Erin Craig book before. So this one should be interesting. Okay, Connections in Death by J.D. Robb. I've never read a book by Nora Roberts' pen name before, so I really hope it's as good as her books that by her non-pen name. So hopefully I like this one since it's like third or fourth in the series, I think. But I picked this up on the free books table at my local post office. So I really hope I like it. If not, I will be taking it back probably. Next one is, I'll also be reading this for Night Marathon, just to let you guys know. It's for one of the prompts. I will talk about those prompts later on in this video. Next one for Night Marathon will be Nightrise by Anthony Horowitz. I've never read a book by him before or a series by him, but this is about two twins that can read each other's minds, and they just go through this maze-like thing where they're able to have those abilities, but they want to break free from those abilities. So this is a very telepathic psychic read, so I'm really anxious to see how I'll like it. The other books I'll be reading this month, which are part of a series that I haven't read in 10 years, is the Twilight Saga by Stephanie Meyer. I'll be reading Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn. I've never read Eclipse or Breaking Dawn before, so I'm really anxious to see how the series finishes out with it. Next books I'll be reading in October will be Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Season of the Witch. I've been rewatching the series since I didn't finish season 1. I finished that a few weeks ago. Excuse me. But I received this book back in December of last year from my Weeby Booking Book Club friend and admin, Debbie Bunker Bellows. She had sent this to me for Christmas last year, so I'm really anxious to read this. So Debbie, if you're watching this, I will let you know when I start reading this and how I like it. Thank you again for gifting it to me last year. And sorry it took me so long to get to it. I just had a lot of books that I wanted to read. And I was saving this for October anyways because it's like spooky-like, so I can't wait to read this one. And the other 3 books I'll be reading this month that are kind of non-Halloween are The Dress Lodger by Sheri Holman. This one is set in England in 1831. It's about a 15-year-old beauty in an elegant dress that makes her way between shadow and a lamplight. So it's like a ghost story. This one I might read for Night Marathon, but I'm not totally sure yet. I'll have to still figure that out once Night Marathon gets closer. The other ones I'll be reading in October will be Here on Earth by Alice Hoffman. I read one of her books earlier in the year, or last year, and I really liked it, so I really hope I like this one by her as well. And one of the last physical books I'll be reading in October will be The Miner's Lady by Traci Peterson. This one looks really good to me. It's like set in like colonial times, and it's just about a woman's younger sister that claims to be in love with a man that Chantel loves, and between the two families they're sworn enemies for decades, and the young love, it can't heal the deep wounds between the two mining families. So this one sounds really interesting, like it'll be a good one, so hopefully it will be. The other books I'll be reading, well, I hope to read for October will be Midnight Sun, a fantasy read, not by Stephanie Meyer, but by another one. It's about a witch who like goes to this witch academy and all that. So it's like that borderline story. So I'm really looking forward to reading that. And also there's another one, The Haunting of H.G. Wells, I'm hoping to read as well. I have that on my Kindle. So those are the books so far I plan to read in October. So hopefully I can get them all done. I know the Twilight series will be a week-long thing for me, or a couple weeks long for me. So I might do those for later in the month. But now I will let you guys know what the Night Marathon prompts are. Okay, so for Night Marathon, it starts October 31st. I think it goes for the week. I'm not sure since they didn't put like when the date starts and when I think it's October 1st to 31st. I'm not sure though. But the prompts are: read a horror thriller, short story, or collection. Read a horror thriller graphic novel. Read a horror thriller of something you're afraid of. I'll be reading Connections in Death for that prompt. Read a ghost story. I'll be reading Nightrise by Anthony Horowitz for that prompt. And read a horror thriller written by a person of color. So those are the prompts for this year. I was hoping that Spookathon would be going on too, but I did see that there's trick-or-treating readathon going on by other booktubers that I'm not associated with. I would love to host a readathon sometime for you guys. So if you know a booktuber, or if you are a booktuber and you're wanting to do that like later this year for the last 2 months of 2020, or if you want to do that next year sometime, just let me know in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to join in with that or help you organize it or whatever, but that's totally up to you. For me, I don't know if I could like do it one on my own, like, because that's a lot of work, thinking about the name and the prompts and all that, but that's the readathons I'll be doing for October. I will also be doing a TBR jar challenge with my online book club, We Be Booking, where today actually I'll be getting a notice about who my partner will be for that. And how it works is you get a TBR jar, you send in a form, and then however many books you put down that you hope to read in the month of October, you then write down either on a note app on your phone or write down by hand, send the picture of it to your TBR jar partner, and then they get to pick what books they would like you to read for the challenge. Now for me, I put 9 to 13 books, so they'll probably have to pick like 10 or 11 of my books for me to read for next month. So I'm really looking forward to that. I want to try and actually show you guys sometime like how all these reading challenges are, because they're really fun. Like the TBR jar one, I wasn't able to find a Halloween like jar thing at the store, so I'm gonna use this bowl, and I'm just gonna put my slips of paper in here of my book choices once I know who my partner is, and once she picks what book choices she wants me to read for the first week of October. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hoping in the coming hours that I will know something about that, because I'm really anxious to like know who my partner is, to send that information to her, and then, get mine already, even though we don't have to draw until September 30th, which is this coming Tuesday, I think, or Wednesday, I can't remember. But yeah. And also, when I do Night Marathon, I'm hoping to do a reading vlog for you guys, so you can see like what my day is like when I read and what books I'll be reading and all that. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. I hope you have a good October once it gets here on Friday, I think it is. So hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend. Hope you have a good October. Hope fall's being good to you. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.